Hey, it's Rachel. I'm back with another video, and this time it's a review of a new kitchen appliance. I am notorious for collecting kitchen appliances. There's one more appliance that everybody keeps talking about that I finally have, and that is an air fryer. Now, if you have no idea what that is, it's basically what it sounds like. You get fried food, but with very little oil. And I mean very little oil. I had been seeing all my YouTube friends using this air fryer, and I really wanted one. And then an email magically popped up from a company called Newair. Now, I have seen some of their appliances online, but I believe they're mostly known for refrigerators. So when I got an email from them saying that they have an air fryer and they wanted to send me one to review, you better believe I said yes. So the very first thing which you will notice is the size of this air fryer. They sent me the Magic Chef XL. And when they say XL, they are not kidding. It is probably as big as my Instapot, and I have the large Instapot. So this definitely takes up a lot of room in my kitchen. For some of you, this might be a deal breaker. You might not want this giant piece of equipment either in your pantry or on your counter. However, for a lot of people, and me included, the extra size actually is a good thing. When I was looking up reviews of air fryers, one of the #1 complaints I have seen was how small normal air fryers are. You'd maybe be able to put like 6 or 7 fries at a time, fry that batch, pour it out, do another batch. This could take a really long time. So what I loved was this huge basket. I think I got everything done in maybe 2 batches. I probably could have just done 1, but just because I say that, don't think that I am going to do some positive glowing review just because I got this air fryer for free. You guys know I always give 100% honest reviews with both good and bad so that you guys can decide whether or not anything I talk about is right for you. So the downside is it was kind of hard to figure out, and I don't know if that's an air fryer thing in general, but I had a few hiccups when I first started using it. The very first thing was I couldn't figure out how to get the darn thing open. Turns out what you're supposed to do is push forward on the little plastic piece while you pull. There's sort of like a lack of instructions. There is an instruction manual, but there's not a lot of pictures. I wanted to start off with something super simple. I got a bag of frozen sweet potato fries. I thought there's no way I can mess up sweet potato fries. All I have to do is just put them in there. Set the temperature to 400 degrees, which is what the instructions said, and set the timer for about 12 minutes. Cook them, pulled them out, burned the crap out of them. Follow the instructions, burn them. I learned that what you can do is actually pull the basket out mid-cooking. The appliance automatically shuts off, pull it out, take a look at it. And I highly recommend you do that and just periodically check on them. Now, what did I mean by about 12 minutes on the timer? Well, that's because when you look at the dial, you see a line for 0 and a line for 10 minutes. And then you have 2 lines in between 0 and 10. Now, I'm not a big math person, but does that mean it's like 6 minutes and 20 seconds and 8 minutes? Like, what do those 2 stand for? I have no idea, and I actually spent like a good 5 minutes going through the manual trying to find a picture of the dial to see what those lines mean. And if I were purchasing this for myself. I don't know if I would go with the manual 2-dial version that they sent me. It turns out that Newair actually has a digital appliance with a digital display. I'm guessing that that one is probably a lot more accurate when it comes to setting temperature and setting time. And when I looked online, it's like $10 or $20 more. It's really not that much more expensive. And when you're already spending that much money on an appliance, spending a little bit extra for, I don't know, like a little bit better of a feature, I think it's worth it. After I finished cooking the fries, I still wasn't convinced that I was going to give a super positive review. I just wasn't sure if the fries turned out better than if I just used the oven. So I wanted to try another recipe. This time I decided to do some chicken fingers. I have this gluten-free panko breadcrumbs. Now I didn't really pay too much attention to the total time that it took, just because, like I said, I just kept checking it over and over again to make sure it wasn't burning. Now this recipe completely changed my mind about this appliance. When I took the chicken out, the outside was nice and crispy. Like it was fried, but the way that, I don't know, you'd like fry in an oven. The difference is the inside was perfect. Like moist, not dry, not overcooked, just like perfect chicken. And I don't think I have ever been able to do that in the oven, like ever. My chicken is almost always dried out. So the fact that I could get crispy on the outside and moist on the inside in like 10 minutes, that's a pretty big win for me. The other big difference between using an air fryer and using an oven is the oven gets your kitchen really warm. So I can totally see myself using this a lot during the summer. But the one thing that I was concerned about was cleaning. I didn't want to have an appliance that just had a ton of oil getting gross on the inside. So I wanted to make sure that this thing cleaned up easily. And it turns out it really does. I basically just lifted out the inner basket and both wiped up super easy, just rinsed it out in the sink, and that was it. So I did a little digging and the prices vary a lot. You see some really cheap ones for like 60 bucks. You see, I think the average price is like 80. Now the Newair air fryer is, I think it was like 120. Don't quote me on that. I would actually go, I'm gonna link their website in the description box. Go take a look to see what price it is, but it's definitely over $100. Now that's quite a bit of money, but if this is something that you are going to use all the time, it's worth spending a little bit more. When you feel the basket, when you feel the unit, this is not a cheap unit. This is something that just feels well made. But as well made as it is, not all of us have that much money to be spending on kitchen appliances. So when you're taking a look at different costs, remember that things like the Instapot are also over $100. Some good rice cookers are over $100. So all of you, if you're thinking about getting one, take a look at how much you're gonna use it and how much money you can afford to be spending on kitchen appliances. Do you need it? Absolutely not. If you can afford it, is it worth it? Yeah, but I really like kitchen appliances, so I might be a little biased. But if you are thinking about purchasing one, Newair did give me a code. It is just pain-free and you get 20% off should you decide to buy one. Now I get absolutely no kickback. There's nothing that I'm getting from this. So buy it, don't buy it, check them out, don't check them out. It does not affect me whatsoever, but they were so sweet and they were like, Rachel, let's, you know, it's an expensive appliance, so let's see if we can knock the price down for your subscribers. So take a look. The website is in the description box. The code is in the description box. If you like kitchen appliance reviews, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below if there are other appliances that you would like me to talk about. Like I mentioned, I do have a rice cooker, which I already have a review on. The Instapot, a blender, I don't know. Tell me what you guys want to see on this channel and I will film it for you. Hopefully. I will probably film it for you. Bug me in the comments below to get better at this YouTube thing. But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.